Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Saturday, April 11th, going into the 12th soon. No, it's the 12th today. Yeah, it's the 12th today. Sorry, my fault. I apologize. I had a late start today, but yeah, we'll say the 12th or the 13th because we're going into the 13th. I'm truly grateful you're all here. I'm grateful. I love you guys so very much. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. The loons are out tonight. I have to warn you, okay? Just stay protected, okay? That's all I gotta say. The loonies are out tonight. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about, shall we? It's been 20 years on tomorrow, the 13th, a couple hours, that I lost my mother. So it's a tough time of year, but it's also time to reflect and be grateful for me. I can't believe it's been 20 years. And then on the 14th, tomorrow, or almost tomorrow, is 2 years that I've lost my niece. They died a day apart. So it's a tough time, but I don't know. Grieving for me is different than it used to be. Yeah, it hurts, but I'm grateful to know them. I know they're safe. I know everything's fine. I'll see them again one day. I do miss them, though. You know what I mean? So that's the only sad part. But I know they're happy. They're not in pain. They're healed. They're healing. It's just sad that, you have good memories. I don't have a lot of good memories. I've had a rough time of it. I'm sure people have had worse, so I'm not going to bemoan my lot in life. But the memories I do have with them, I cherish. And that's the best part. That's the only thing we have left are the memories and the love, right? So hold on to that. As long as you have the memory, they're not gone. I don't know who needs to hear that. If you are grieving, my apologies. I send you a great deal of love and healing. My condolences. Let's see where Spirit wants to go with this. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors. Thank you. The outside looks grand, and the inside's a mess. Now, it could be a home, a business, or a person. Overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, 333. So somebody could be triangulating, or you could be an ascended master, or your prayers have been heard. This could be Christ consciousness as well as the underlying energy. It could be ascending. It could be a third-party situation. Somebody's very two-faced. It could be watching and hacking and or stalking you online or doing something online. I know, I just got a threat myself, right? And I'm going to show you. Just wait till I show you, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I asked them, is this a threat? Let's see what they say. So somebody's doing something online here. Independently owned and operated. You can be. You could have a business online, or you have a website promoting your business and somebody's trying to hurt you. It's hurricane season ahead. And they should have known better, I just heard. This is bad timing. You could be in Aries, they can be in Aries, or something is taking place in Aries season, which is now. Oh no, you could be a Virgo. They could be a Virgo, something took place in Virgo season. Virgos are cleaners, so, this is a boss. Boss cleaner, cleaning out the old and unwanted energies and evil energies. Hardworking. Increase in money. Congratulations. Libra, this is balance and justice. You could be a Libra, somebody else's, or something took place in Libra season. You have a secret admirer. A phone call that changes everything. 888. This is the number of karma and also the number of abundance. Oh boy. Oh, this is a cornucopia, okay? This is harvest season. Somebody wanted to harvest from you, but they're getting some karma. Something to do with autumn or the fall season. Something's lit. You carry the spark within you. Somebody tried to maybe set fire to something. An older woman, you or them, or somebody else. I don't know. Scorpio, you or them. Somebody took place in Scorpio season. Scorpio, I'm not going to go there. They have serious regrets for hurting you. I'm sure they do. But they won't change. They will not change ever, okay? They're just a jackass. You'll be attending a get-together soon. Now, it could be some sort of celebration, but I'm really picking up a get-together, meaning you're going to be seeing people in court. They think you don't know your value, but you do. This is an Aquarius, you or them, or something happened in Aquarius season. Someone was very unfaithful. Now, it could be cheating on you. It could also be unfaithful in other ways, okay? With money, with family, friends. business. Rejection's God's protection. It always is. This is 555 is change. It's a profound change. Get ready for the unexpected news of legalities. What I tell you, you're going to see them in court. So pay attention to your dreams. The divine is giving you information. Your spirit team's trying to inform you of whatever's going on or to download something into you. You might not remember them, but trust and believe. Whatever they're downloading into you, it's meant to come out at an appropriate time. Okay? You'll know what to do, when to do it, or say when to say it. Okay? That's just how it goes. If you knew it, maybe you'd screw it up type of thing. But it'll just seem like, where did that come from? How did I know to do that or say that? It's because it was downloaded. So the outside looks grand. The inside is a mess. There's something to do with property, maybe. Archangel Michael's protecting you. That blessed angel. Protection. Prevented from harm and divine intervention. The divine stepped in. I do know the divine in certain situations. He's showing up and he's showing out. He's done. He's given so many chances to these people to turn things around and try to change their ways, and just, well, they don't want to. To their demise. Somebody's very two-faced, double life cheater, backstabber, toxic, drama, arguments, and incompatible. Somebody's running their mouth, or on the run, escape, denial, and excuses, suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Something stagnant right now. Stuck, dead end, and frozen. They can't get out of this. Or you might have felt like you were stagnating, but this gave you enough time to heal, slow down, take some you time, get out in nature, smell the roses. You know what I mean? While you were doing that, they were out there having thrills, cheap thrills, right? Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Or they accused you of this. Yeah, sipping. Gossip and rumors. Somebody's very nosy. They're going to get some time, or a long time has gone by, or this is the time, okay? Delay, procrastination, and too busy. It's all coming down. They thought they had it all. Didn't we almost have it all? You're just racking up the crimes. You're just racking up the offenses. You're just racking up the karma. So I guess you do have it all. The outside looks grand. The inside's a mess. I just did one read I posted just now called Kissing Cousins. So that might have something to do with this read, might not. Okay, just take it for whatever it is. Some people, some family aren't family, okay? They're just scuzz. The bottom of the barrel. Where are we going? Outside looks grand, the inside's a mess. Archangel Michael's protecting you. I hate nothing about you. So they hate nothing about you, but something propelled them to do whatever they did or say. They can't find anything on you. You're squeaky clean. And these people got caught up, or this person did. Finding evidence, getting caught up in cheating. It's total drama. Drama! Jazz hands. Action. A situation's about to explode. Shit's about to pop off and go up in flames. Yeah, it's a bank failure. It's bankruptcy. They could have stole a home, mortgage, tried to put you into bankruptcy, something like that, okay? You could work at a bank, or they do. Fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, that they're having this kind of life. It was all bullshit and lies. Betrayal. Deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. Dealing with a bugaboo. Okay? A parasite. They glom onto a host and suck them dry. Energy, blood, money, whatever. Whatever. I don't like this person. The outside looks grand. The inside's a mess. Archangel Michael, and I hate nothing about you. You're heavily protected. Divine intervention. You have nothing to be afraid of. Do not be afraid. The angels like to say that when they pop in. Do not be afraid. They do tend to, if they do show themselves physically in front of people, they do tend to take on personas and or a body or physique that is non-threatening to you, specifically to you. So if you think that an elderly person with kind eyes is non-threatening, that's what you're going to come up across. If you think a child is non-threatening, which a child should be, you know, you would think non-threatening, they'll show up as a child or an animal or Anybody else, somebody with a megawatt smile, very unassuming, non-threatening. So the last thing the angels want you to be is afraid. I mean, in their natural, how they look naturally is not what you see, okay? You hear stories. I mean, look it up online. You hear stories of people saying, I was in the middle of a crisis, an accident or something like that, and this person showed up. It could be a priest, you know what I mean? It could be a nun showing up out of nowhere, non-threatening. You could be walking down a dark alley and a priest or a nun shows up, and they're here to usher you out of a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? They just come out of nowhere. That's how you know an angel's near. The outside looks grand, the inside's a mess, Archangel Michael, and I hate nothing about you. Authentic vibes. Congratulations. You find someone who resonates with your authentic vibe. So somebody might be coming towards you. Somebody got involved in this. Maybe they got led down by the nose, down the wrong way. I'm not giving them an out. They know better. Or should. Now they're realizing they hate nothing about you. That you're nothing like whomever, whatever this person described. Protect your heart. Guard your emotions to avoid hurt. Now, no, that's not saying block your emotions. But use logic. Don't use just yours. A lot of us can be overly emotional, especially water signs. But if you have big water placements in your chart somewhere, that can tend to happen. And they use your emotions against you. They use your emotions to suck you dry of your energy. They work your emotions, okay, up and down. So you can't think logically. The trick is to practice. Okay, what do you see? What are you actually seeing? Not what you're hearing, because people are liars. What are you actually seeing and sensing? And go with that, okay? Clearing the air. So somebody's going to clear the air with you. Misunderstandings through communication. You'll be crossing paths with somebody here. A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone. This is an ego check here. Interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. So you could be the type of person that's... your light shines very bright, and because of that, you're forcing people to confront their own egos, to go within. Search their souls. Friendship test. It could be a friend that you're dealing with. Somebody could have been cheating you with a partner, or a friend cheated you out of something. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. Now, that could have been in the past. They try, I don't know, somebody's being tested, or this is a suggestion. If you don't know if you can trust this person, test them. Don't play mind games, but test them. There's good ways and bad ways of doing it, okay? Someone's very intrigued. Someone is intrigued by you and wants to know you better. Now, this could be a friend of whomever this was. They heard a lot about you, and they don't hate anything about you. They actually vibe along with you. Partial truths. Yeah, so partial truths. You know, a narc does that. They take a truth, and then they twist it to suit their own agendas. Now, the truth could be, okay, so you got mad and you told somebody to fuck off one day. That's the truth. But they're going to take that and twist it and say you hit them too. And you threw things at them. And you were petty and cruel. And you called them all kinds of names. All you said was fuck off. You know, you're not proud of it, but you did it. So what? But that's what I mean, partial truths. Just to suit their own ends. Only sharing parts of the truth that benefit oneself. So there it is. Testing limits. So somebody's being tested here, you or someone else. Time is up here. Someone is testing the limits of what? Examining how you react under pressure. They want to take some sort of energy from you, I think. And the cold shoulder, give them the cold shoulder. You don't need this bullshit. Because somebody else is spilling the beans here. It's a push and pull situation. Push and pull in the relationship causes emotional instability. Something to do with an inner circle. Somebody in an inner circle of whatever this is going to be confessing and spilling the beans. Somebody's trying to keep up appearances, but somebody's exposing lies here and that they were holding back on you, whether it's money, relations, property, something to do with this, okay? Keeping secrets. So this has something to do with the first read. Somebody was holding back an inheritance and property and or shares of, you know, companies, anything of value that they wanted to keep away from you. Okay, and they made up all kinds of lies. This could be this kissing cousins. Maybe it's a cousin who did this to your sibling. It could place yourself where it belongs, okay? And they got together with an ex or stole somebody from you, and you didn't know, or they think you don't know, and they got involved with this. And they hate nothing about you, but somebody else in the equation got caught up in this, and they don't like what's going on now. They're going to spill the beans, okay? Whether it's your ex and or somebody totally different who is vibing. I do know I got a couple of reads like this where your true higher level soulmate is actually friends or related to somebody that really did you wrong. Now, this is going to be a test to you. And you can do what you want. It's free will. Either you're going to trust it. It's not for everybody. You have to really go within, okay? Because I don't want you going with somebody that's bad, okay? You have to go within. That's the true test to see if you've healed. Either you go with this person and it's going to be a beautiful life, destined life, blah, blah, blah. You're both going to be power couples. Well, people like to think. I don't know. I don't put a lot of stock into that. But anyways, you're meant to elevate the vibrations of the world together. Or this could be just another farce. You have to make up your mind here, okay? You don't have to go along with it. You can just be friends. You could just, be acquaintances and or just go your own way. It's up to you, okay? I certainly don't want to lead people down the wrong way. You must use your higher wisdom and discernment. Tap into the divine. Tap into your higher wisdom. Only you know what's best for you. Well, the divine knows what's best for you. At the end of the day, he knows what's best for us more than we know, but we like to get bogged down with, sorry, I'm just trying to grab a deck here and it's all mixed up. We get all mixed up with our feelings and what we want, what we think we want. And do you really want this? Because at the end of the day, I thought I wanted all kinds of things in life. And here I am sitting here going, thinking back, I could do without it. I'm okay without it. I'm glad I didn't go there. You know what I mean? I'm glad I didn't get it. So rejection is God's protection for sure, like we saw earlier. The outside looks grand, the inside's a mess. So this could have been property they stole from you or tried to steal from you or keep from you, and they made a mess of it. Or this is, the old story, if I can't have it, they won't, and they're going to do something to it, okay? Or Archangel Michael's protecting this property or this business. It could be a business as well. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, Nine of Swords. They're really worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're really burdened and stressed. Their conscience is bothering them, whoever this is. We all have an obligation in life. When we see something wrong, to either stand in, stop it, or to report it. Now, people, snitches get stitches. Really? Okay, so if your 3-year-old child was standing there and somebody was kicking their child in their head, trying to harm them, are you going to call the cops? Most likely. Especially if you couldn't take this person physically on yourself. You would call the cops. And if you don't, you'd be heartless. You'd be neglectful. Do you understand what I'm saying? So stop with this snitches get stitches bullshit. Okay, yeah, they're not getting away with this. 6 of Swords reverse. Somebody's in trouble. They can't escape something. They don't want things to change, or they don't want to change. Well, that's just too bad. They will never change, ever. Yeah, they're trying to get, I don't know. They can't get away with something. They don't want you moving on and having a new beginning. Well, that's just too bad. They're not going to be able to get out of this situation where they got into a situation sexually, maybe. 6 of Swords in reverse. They don't want you, this is a home. A family. Somebody's non-committal. The party's over. A business. Some sort of stability. It's gone, gone, gone. 4 of Wands. Yeah, parting of ways. Lack of trust. Don't see eye to eye. It's a karmic soul tie. Now they want to come back to you. They have to cut their losses. And or you always thought you'd come back. But I think that somebody's digging in their heels. They're refusing to move on. Somebody's very emotionally invested in what? A property, a business, or this relationship. The party is over. If it's your family ain't shit. These cousins, like I said, yeah. Earth Angel. Now they want to reconcile with you. Balance. They have to balance something out with you. They have to make something. They have to maintain something. Everything in moderation. You could be an Earth Angel. The angels are protecting you. Definitely Archangel Michael. Yeah. They're stuck. This is elimination. Hangman in reverse. Maybe they tried to sacrifice you and they're realizing they can't sacrifice you. You could be an Earth Angel. You can't sacrifice an angel. They're acting like a martyr. They gotta let this go. There's no more delays. Not wasting time, energy, or money on something any longer. You're not bleeding money on this. You're not going to. They got to balance something out. They could be getting arrested here. Yeah, they're worried. They're worried about getting arrested. Everybody finding out. Illumination. You overcame whatever this was. They can't eat or sleep. Or they caused a lot of stress to you. And everybody knows what they put you through. How callous and cruel and ugly and disgusting they are. Yeah, they're grieving and regretting. Parting ways. Crying over spilt milk here, okay? They're not crying over you. They put you last, okay? They're crying maybe because they got caught. There's a third party, a contract, a decision's been rendered. You've ascended. You made the right choices here. You used your higher wisdom. Or you're going towards a higher level soulmate. Or this is a higher level soulmate in the equation, knowing that what happened here. It's illumination. They're worried. Should I tell? Should I not tell? Maybe they're worried about parting ways with the family, friends, or whoever this is to them. But they're making a decision. They know that you could possibly be a higher level soulmate. And they want to not, they think they have an opportunity with you. They can't ignore this. Somebody took advantage of a situation they should not have. They were very disrespectful and ungrateful. You know your value and your worth. This person's seeing your value and your worth. They're stuck in their head. This is self-imposed. There's too many obstacles to overcome. They tried to restrict you, or they're feeling restricted. Or somebody's going to jail, or somebody is in jail. They got to let this go. They have to give up. Okay, somebody's angry. They can't resist something any longer. Somebody gave them poor... this could be divination abuse, but this is also bearing false witness and perjury. Somebody's in debt. They took a huge gamble and they lost. They didn't do their follow through. They didn't do their homework. If this has anything to do with the first read, then somebody in the equation, professionals, having to deal with this inheritance or property or whatever this is, did not do their due diligence. This is going to cost them a lot of money. They're going to have to let go of this. Yep, they're seeing things clearly here. No longer mentally conflicted. They have to let go. They can see why you let go of these people. Or this person. There's all competition, conflict, jealousy, rivalry, chaos, a bunch of people involved. This could also be mental conflict. This was an injustice, amoral or criminal or both. Okay, this was this was not fair. Yeah, stalling. Somebody's stalling, trying to cause setbacks and delays in your world, stagnation, or they want your destiny, or they're trying to stop your destiny. But this is a reversal of fortune, a change of direction. Many unfortunate events are happening right now. This is called karma. So he's coming clean. It's coming back on them. They're coming clean. They got caught. They're coming clean. Seven of Swords in reverse. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They're not getting away with whatever this is. Things have changed. Now their life is stagnating. They tried to stagnate your life. Well, it's back on them. Okay? If they use spell work, I haven't seen it yet, but in the last read, I did pick it up. They did all manner of things, okay? Divination abuse. Mind you, if you are high-ranking, spiritually speaking, the last thing the divine's going to allow these people to do is spy on you in any way. They're going to get misinformation. They're going to pick up their own energy, if you know what I'm saying. So they thought they knew you. They know you not. Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they were doing magic and shit-talking. Unwise counsel. Lost their intuition, possibly lack of awareness. Somebody's talking, big time. Secrets are coming out. Yeah, let's try to seal this inheritance. It's family discord. They're going to lose everything here. Somebody's got to take some action. Okay? You're going to be taking some action. You have authority. Somebody with authority is going to be taking some sort of action against this family, this corporation. It's going down. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Yep. Ending a third-party situation or collaboration. False contracts. Somebody's lazy, don't want to put the work in, and very disrespectful. So somebody is they're no longer working together, well together. Somebody did something on their own without consulting the rest and is bringing them all down, right? They didn't want to cooperate with you, didn't want to give you any help. You're a sweetheart, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Highly intuitive and psychic. It's almost like every time they did something, or before they did something, your spirit team or the divine told you, move left, and you did, and they missed you. Okay, move right, and you did, and they missed you. You know what I'm saying? You overcame, you persevered. This is, you're in control here, okay? You're moving forward. This is victory, by the way. This is universally driven. This is radical acceptance. You were able to radically accept that these people were not for you, and you cut them out. You moved on, you're leaving them behind. They can't come on to your journey, or hitch a ride, or hijack it. Okay? This could be the police coming through. Yeah, somebody wanted you to look unstable. This was wanting a life of luxury off your back. They have to bring back balance to a situation. This was so unfair, fucked up. Somebody was greedy and selfish, unstable and insecure, codependent and clingy. Financial crimes done against you. Yeah, trying to block your money, your business. I don't know. Somebody said you had an STD or they got an STD. They wanted you to really appear horrible. They didn't want you having new passionate opportunities, new beginnings, growth, or expansion. Their families being blocked or a group, okay? Trying to block your happily ever after by saying you're crazy, you're sick. This is a scandal, okay? They're sick now. They're scared. They don't want to heal. It's a family or a group, okay? Or somebody you have a family with. This is your own fucking family or somebody that claims that loves you, that did this to you. Yeah, seeing through the illusions here, okay? All that glitters isn't gold. They didn't want you having any options, no choices. They can't finagle, coerce, bribe, or blackmail anymore or cover this up anymore, your work, okay? This was all illusions. They have no options now because you've mastered your emotions, you've mastered yourself, your craft, whatever it is that you do. You're diligent, you're hardworking, you put a lot of work into yourself. This is success as well. You're not paying attention to those assholes. You planted some seeds, you nourished them, you watered them, whether it's you, yourself, or whatever it is you're doing, or all the above. And you knew. I'm not paying them any mind. They have no place in my world. Not anymore. They could watch you work from a distance. Yeah, you healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. You healed your heart. They're scared now. They've been humbled. Or you are a humble person. They lost control of you. They can't control you. Somebody has no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They can't overcome this. They can't overpower you. They were shit-talking you for sure. This was a lot of emotional, mental, verbal, and psychological abuse you had to endure, and you overcame this. Now they may want to put the work in and apologize. The truth is out. They can't hide this anymore. There's no more confusion. Yeah. They're going to have to cut their losses here. Somebody's really emotionally invested into this. They wanted you to come back. Yeah, they're blocked from coming back. They want to come back, but they're blocked from coming back. This is bad news. It's backfire. There's no communication. They're going to have to cut their losses. Yeah, now it's in the upright. There's fast communication, action, and or travel. They thought they'd block you, but you're not blocking. They thought you'd come back, but they're getting the message you're not coming back. You got yourself out of poverty. You found your confidence. Somebody wants to come back from out of the cold. They might get a hold of you. And or this is financial ruin and spiritual jail for them. Yeah, there's communication coming here. Okay, truth and clarity, communication, a breakthrough. You took a different approach. This is a new beginning. They wanted to cut you out of something. They committed some crimes here. It could be a divorce or separation. They want to talk to you why you divorced or separated. I think you know. It could be corruption, a crooked judge or leader, or a warlock. It's a false contract, whatever this is. They gave out bad advice, didn't listen to advice. Somebody with no faith. There we go. It's a tower. It's ruined. Somebody could have had an internal disruption, or you avoided every trap they set for you. There's been no communication. There's bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. They felt entitled, and they're drama starters, okay? This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Somebody's a bully, money motivated, greedy and selfish, materialistic. Abuse of power, abuse of authority. They're the type of persons that want to get rich quick. You know what I mean? Lots of lies, okay? They were jealous of you. They were abusive. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty, and they were cruel. And they're stalking you and harassing you, possibly threatening you online, like I received tonight. Yeah, you're going down. They're all fighting and angry at one another now. This is sabotage, self-sabotage. Yeah. Not happy. Heartless and cruel. They showed no compassion. They were trying to drain your energy or drain the coffers. No new beginnings here, okay? No emotional fulfillment, no emotional support. They're just empty vessels. They have no souls. They're getting paid or paying others here to do something against you. They were giving and receiving with others, prioritizing others. Good for them. Very generous with your own money. They're not happy here. Yeah, they're trying to hide this. There's no truth or clarity. They're unhappy. They're sick. They're paying other people to do stuff in the dark against you, or to say you were sick or something like that. You're dealing with opportunists, okay? This is a blessing in disguise. You're being very blessed. They don't like the fact that you're blessed. Oh, well. Or that money's coming towards you. The Ace of Pentacles, that's tangible. Or you're healthy. You know, Pentacles is money and or health, right? You've been very blessed. This is a Knight of Wands. Somebody did something too quickly. They didn't think before they acted. They're very impulsive, knee-jerk reactions. Or you were dealing with a player energy, or they claimed you were. Yeah, they said you were unstable. They really wanted to make you look unstable. They were with somebody in your family. If this is family, that was very a gold digger, a clout chaser, or they claimed you were. There's all kinds of shit they said about you behind your back. And they kept repeating something over and over again, the same stories. But it's not driving. It's not driving with who you truly are. This is a humongous clapback, okay? Whatever they wished upon you is happening to them. This is jealousy, greed, materialism, laziness, codependency, very manipulative, not creative, can't do anything for themselves, not nurturing or loving or sweet. This could be somebody's ex-wife, or you could be somebody's ex-wife. They try to paint you in a way that was totally wrong to suit their purposes, okay? This is a humongous clapback. This is unfinished business. Yeah, they're going to pay you back. This is all opportunists here. This is your blessing, not theirs. You're stable and secure. Again, you're planting seeds. They're growing. Congratulations, okay? All aces in the upright are generally gifts from the divine. You're dealing with people who just want the money and they don't want to do the work. They're not entitled to it. They're going to have to pay you back. They're scared. They could have got paid money to say you're crazy. They're scared of you. You don't want to heal. They don't know who you are. You're a whore. The same old stories. All or magic. They could have got hit hard with this magic with a backfire. It's all lies, illusions, deception, manipulation, and corruption, right? Two-faced. They don't have all the resources they need. They got a lot of burdens on their back. They have to prove this now, I guess. Or they got a lot of responsibilities, or they try to put burdens on your back. It's the ending of a cycle, 10 of Wands. They don't want anybody taking any action. They don't want you taking any action. They had a point to prove where it came to you, a chip on their shoulder, and now they're buckling beneath the weight of these burdens. You're speaking the truth, that's why. Or somebody else's. Could be law and order, could be a doctor. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. You saw right through it, or somebody else is seeing right through it. You dance to the beat of your own drum, by the way. You're very astute and discerning, intelligent, wise, and intuitive, and you're not going to mince words. You're fair, but you've been through it. You've seen it before. You've been through it before. You're not going to fucking give these people any purchase. You're not going to give them any quarter. You'll hear them out, but one lie, that's it. You're going to cut them out, eviscerate them with your sharp tongue. It is what it is. These mountains are behind you. You overcame the hardship. Okay? Yeah. Judgment's going against them, okay? They judged you harshly based off of lies. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. This could be something in a court of law. The judgment's going against them. They made poor decisions here. They misjudged you. Okay? No second chances. This is karma. The divine's already judged them. Now it's karma. You've been alone. There's an investigation. You took this time. It might have felt like stagnation, but you took this time to heal, connect with the divine, right? Realign everything you needed to realign. But there is an investigation. You're shining a light on everybody. You don't mind being alone. You're not afraid to. You are being protected by Archangel Michael. That's why you're not afraid. They were trying to attack you spiritually or physically or both. They made allegations about you that were unfounded. Now they're feeling overwhelmed and defeated. This was unfair. They're in debt. They wanted to make you look unstable because they were greedy and selfish, and they didn't want to let go of whatever this was. It's property or money. You're very protected, by the way. They don't want to let go of what doesn't belong to them. They're miserly and they're greedy. They're selfish. Yep, they're reckless and they're careless and they're foolish. They thought you were naive or gullible. Turns out it was them. Now they're too afraid to kind of take a risk here. Yeah, this is your family in the past, right? They thought you were gullible and naive in the past. Maybe you were. We all were. We all start somewhere, right? They want you to go back to that. Maybe because they haven't advanced or evolved in life, they thought you didn't either. Maybe they don't even know that people are supposed to advance and evolve. But this is your past. You don't have any good memories, okay? Somebody could have lost a child with this fuckery. That's a fall from grace. Somebody's partying all the time. Maybe they claimed you were partying. Maybe you were 18 and you partied your face off. Maybe you're 50. You're not there anymore, but they are. You're being investigated. They're getting found out. This is a fall from grace, okay? Somebody's losing their position at work, in a group. Somebody's putting on an act like they're you. So unrequited love situation, a lot of trauma bonding. They need to heal their inner childhood wounding. Okay, they need to really address that. This is no emotional fulfillment or happiness. They don't want you having emotional fulfillment. These people are resisting change. Okay, this is a permanent, profound ending or loss for these people. They thought you didn't change. You're still the same as you were 50 years ago, whatever, however old you were. They can't change something. Things, they won't change ever, like the card said. So you're divinely protected here. You have divinity, you're in your north node. This is the divine stepping in. This is divine intervention. You are innocent. You can be out in the public eye. Yeah, I just saw that, out in the public eye. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. Or they said all of this, or they got a young person in somebody's praying here. They got to come clean. They could have said something on public record. I mean, that is a crime. They wanted the attention. People were fluffing up their little feathers here. And like now they're bound. They're bound to what they said, bound to a contract. They're karmic and they're toxic and they know it. And somebody's angry. They bit off more than they can chew. Suppose or a player wanting power and control. Yeah, doppelganger or power of attorney. Here we go. It could be parents. Doesn't have to be. It could be anybody in your family. Cousins. You know what I'm saying? They're angry. They try to devalue you. Try to disempower you. Take your rights away and your voice away. Basically, in essence, try to sacrifice you, whether they did, you know, in that way or just get rid of you. Whatever this is really toxic and karmic, wanting power and control over you, greedy, selfish, and jealous, controlling, possessive, smothering. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They wanted to embarrass and disgraceful. They could have said that you're a bad parent. If you're a mother or father, it could be male or female, male or female. It could be a warlock as well. They were attacking you, but the attacks went back on them, if you can see. Every arrow they shot out at you is right back where they are. They're feeling ashamed here, okay? Somebody in the equation knows there's nothing wrong with you. It's them, okay? This could be first responders. Something's happening quickly. Somebody's very angry. Fast communication. Yeah, somebody got injured or unalived, or they were planning this, okay? It could be a raid. This is ending of a cycle here. Damn. Somebody needs to go and recover this money for you or something, and quickly. They could have gotten involved with some sort of biker gang. They're under threat. They didn't foresee this. They didn't want to let go of what didn't serve. They can't move forward now. Their plans are falling apart. If you were dealing with it, if this is a relationship, then somebody was non-committal and they just don't want to be alone. They just wanted you waiting, hurting and waiting. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They don't know what to do. So they're involved with nefarious people. They want a power and control. This male or female, distorted masculine, take it for whatever it is. Bad father, boss, or leader. But they want power and control, and they're in their ego and in their pride. And they're very arrogant, and they're a bully and a tyrant. Bending to public pressure. It's all about how they look amongst their group, right? So if you have a leader, say, of a bike club or a secret society or a cult coven or secret, whatever. They don't want egg on their face. Like whoever is under them, making them look bad, they're in trouble here. Yeah, it's a scam. Doing magic. Maybe you're doing magic on everybody in their crowd. Having casual hookups with everybody. The sensual love bomber. They involved organized crime here. They didn't want you having love, friendship, or support. So they got people involved to thwart you, to stop your money, to dry up everything in your life, including relations. Based off of gossip. This is cults, coven, secret society as well. Somebody's not happy here. They're piecing it all together. It's been going on for a long time. They're scared. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. This is out of control. They're scared of you because you're standing in your power, male or female. You're not afraid. You're very a humble person, but you're fierce. There's two sides to you, like everybody, you know? You're balanced. You're unafraid, you're divinely protected, you are a creator of sorts, you are a leader. You're attracting, you're magnetic, you're attractive. You're charming. If somebody's going to tell you about yourself, you can tell them about themselves, okay? You're divinely protected. Blocked. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. Somebody doesn't know what to do. There's no contingency plans. Somebody's afraid to make a decision now. Somebody's blocked emotions, blocked intuition. Could be somebody else that has intuition as well. There's a block in between you two. This is the person that wants to blow the whistle on these people. It could be friend, family, somebody you don't even know, somebody that works with these institutions that knows the truth. It could be a father figure. It doesn't have to be. It could be a female, a masculine energy. But somebody's getting ready to blow the whistle on this. Somebody who feels very deeply but remains stoic. They don't wear their heart on their sleeve. They're very, like you, emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, male or female, and also highly intuitive. They give good advice, and they follow their own advice. They feel very deeply here. Yeah, there's proof and evidence. They found some proof and evidence. They see now that people underestimated you. They were counting your money, possibly, trying to harvest off of you. Something to do with this investment here. Somebody's blowing the whistle. They have the proof and evidence. It might be a wheelbarrow full of fucking proof. Congratulations, whoever's doing this, doing the right thing. And who cares what they say about snitches deserving stitches, okay? That's only people that do wrong say that. But they're very two-faced, right? It's a different story when some of their own is hurting. Oh, no, okay, call the cops now. Oh, no, they hurt one of mine. Okay, yeah, you deserve it now. Yeah, I can tell now. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, the outside looks grand. The inside's a mess. Has something to do with property, business, and or people. 333. Somebody was trying to triangulate. You could be an ascendant master. It could have something to do with a secret society. I don't know. A third party. Christ consciousness. You could be an ascendant master. Okay. So Archangel Michael's protecting you. He does tend to protect divine beings, ascendant masters, earth angels. He's all, you know, he's there whenever you need him. Someone's very two-faced. Protected from harm and divine intervention. The divine is not happy. Pardon me. Two-faced, double-life, cheater, backstabber. Protect your heart. Guard your emotions to avoid hurt. Maybe you have. There's a balance, though. Don't close your heart off. Only close your heart off to these types of people. Authentic vibes. You find someone who resonates with your authentic vibes. So somebody in the equation understands you. Understands your form of spirituality or your religion or whatever, you know. They understand you. They see that the merit. They see that you're telling the truth. You're a peaceful person, but you're also fierce. Don't step on my toes. They hate nothing about you. So maybe they ask these people, what is it about this person you hate? Like, I haven't seen this person doing anything wrong. So why this? Why that? They can't come up with any viable, good answers for this attack on you, for them ruining your life. They got caught up here, finding evidence, getting caught up in cheating. So they found the evidence. It's right here. They're going to turn these people in. Congratulations. Let's get the angels on that. And get the angel numbers. Archangel Michael's here. He's always here. So, let's see. Here we go with this. Please and thank you, angels. What is the message for the collective? Oosh. 66 might have something to do with it. Route 66. Don't worry. Calm, optimism, joy, trust, release, soul's mission. This is your soul's mission. If you've been consumed by worry, fear, or concerns about the physical world, it's time to shift your focus. Move from stressing over material needs to joyfully pursuing your soul's mission with optimism. You'll always have what you need. The divine shall provide for you, provided you remove that worry and that doubt. You doubt the divine, why is he going to provide? Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to have absolute faith and obedience. 345, 345 days is maybe a year. Personal power, I don't know. So it's lining up 345, right? That's 12. Personal power, strength, change, reflection, empowerment, future creation. You have the personal power and strength to create the changes you desire in your life. Reflect on your current situation and identify areas of dissatisfaction. Your future is in your hands and depends on how you choose to shape it. Now, this could be for you or somebody else in the equation. 85. Gratitude. Always be gracious and grateful for everything. Before you eat, before you sleep, before you leave your home, be grateful. You're going to have a home when you come home. You know what I mean? Patience, gratitude. Some people don't make it home, unfortunately. Patience, gratitude, abundance, perspective, success, appreciation, ripple effect. Like for me, sorry, I'm digressing again. I have a cross near my door. Every time I walk through the door, I kiss that cross and I thank Father for getting me home. It's just gratitude. It's just habit, too. My son he's never really noticed it before. I can't believe he didn't notice it. Maybe he forgot. I don't know. But one day, he's standing here. We came back home from somewhere, and I kissed the cross and said, what the hell's that all about? I go, I do that all the time. I've always done it. He's never noticed. I guess it's just, it goes to show you how how no how he's paying attention, but I don't know. He's just never noticed it. 85, 85. I've always had crosses. I have lots of crosses in the houses. So gratitude, patience, gratitude, abundance, perspective, success, appreciation, ripple effect. Focusing on gratitude shifts our perspective from what we lack to what we have and can achieve. This positive mindset attracts more positivity into our lives, creating a ripple effect of abundance and success. You're either going to be blocking your abundance or you're going to be wide open to receive them. You can't be scared either. So if there's any fear, I don't think I'm preaching to the choir when I'm talking to you. I think it's other people in the equation, because you may be a way shower, a way seer. You are leading the way, showing people what you went through so they can get through whatever they get through. I think this is for others. 1177, growth, learning, development, nature, potential, success, and expansion. Take positive steps towards learning and personal development. Engage in activities like taking classes, reading, or spending time in nature to unlock your potential, and achieve success. And not only that, but you're going to be meeting people along the way. Whether it's a curt hello or it's, how you doing? Yeah, nice to meet you. It's always nice to make new friends. You don't have to tell them your life story or invite them in your home, okay? Keep and maintain a good and healthy distance, but at the same time, your soul tribe is now wanting to come towards you. You cannot be blocking them off, okay? 6, 66, 6, 666. So it's balance. Peace, communication, support, reflection, harmony, and stability. If you're struggling with family or those you live with, this number serves as a reminder to seek peace, communication, and support. Reflect on your life and consider what balance truly means to you. Sometimes we have to get rid of things or notions or a way of life or people in our lives in order to be able to move forward. Okay, so it depends on what this is, but abundance is near. You have to do the work. You have to clear out your closet to bring in new, if you know what I'm saying. And you have to do that soul work and that healing work, or else this abundance will not come, and or if it does come, it's going to be squandered. Just so you know. But again, I think I'm preaching to the choir. I think this is for other people who haven't quite gotten there yet, okay? And everybody's on their own timeline. So don't look at other people and compare yourself. That's the wrong thing to do. Comparison is the thief of joy. We're all where we're supposed to be at all times. And just because somebody might have something you don't have and you want it, doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means it's not yet your time. And coveting is not healthy, okay? Look in the Bible. It tells you about what happens when you covet. Anyhow, angels, what else would you like the collective to know? Thank you. 701. Stand your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. Push comes to shove. You're not being moved. 29 is 11 is justice and tarot. The expected God. Liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. Raphael, Wheel of Fortune. They're coming after your Wheel of Fortune and Destiny. Well, this is destined, okay? You have to go through this in order to get to where you need to go to fulfill your destiny. I know it was painful. I'm not minimizing anything you went through. But if it had not been for this, you would not be going to where you're going. And trust and believe when you get there, you're going to look back and say, you know what, it was all worth it at the end of the day. You were here to fulfill a purpose and to raise vibrations and whatever else you were here to do, okay? You are a warrior. Warriors do that. They sacrifice. They go out to into the battlefield, no matter what that battlefield is, what it looks like, for a reason, for the greater good. You know what I'm saying, right? So God is healed. You might have a platform, you might not. It could be a healer. Healing heals all disorders, protects travelers and medical workers. You could be a medical worker, you could be traveling, or you will be traveling to heal people. Two at once. They're watching you from afar, making a decision. You're not waiting, you're moving forward, okay? So somebody's loins are covered, so cover your loins too. There's been a lot of secrets going on. Somebody might have an STD, I don't know, or they claimed you did. But you're using your higher wisdom and your discernment here. You have a direct connection with Source. You don't say much, but you observe. Could be a reader, you don't have to be. Could be a spiritualist, don't have to be male or female. There's a high priest or high priestess in the positive sense, okay? We hear high priest, high priestess in the dark sense, where they're doing magic and bullshit. Now, they hail all stinky. Nah, that's not you. Jaliel. So somebody kind of sounds like they were jealous, right? The helping God. Love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. Two Swords. They're blocked. They're acting like a victim. You're nobody's victim. You had to get through this. Usually there's a bandage over her eyes. It could be a he. So you're not seeing what's coming. You don't know which way to go. Somebody's very indecisive. You had to get through this with your intuition, with the guidance that Spirit has given you. Okay? So it really honed your abilities to tap into your abilities, to your gifts. And that's why you went through this, and amongst other reasons, but also to enhance your gifts and make you aware of them so you can work them, okay? Because you're going to be needing that. You're going to be needing to know how to work these gifts, how to listen to your intuition, how to know, right? How to know. A lot of people don't think that voice in their head, they think it's them. It's not them, okay? That voice in your head is Spirit speaking to you. It's the angels or God, okay? It's not everybody has a direct connection with Source, by the way. Okay, you have to be cleansed. You have to have a pure heart. If you're hearing nastiness, bad things in your head, rebuke it right away. Those are not good spirits, okay? Protect yourself and cleanse yourself. Who you are in the equation is the one listening to those voices. That is who you are. And some people don't want to do that spirit thing like, angels and God. Fine, it's your higher wisdom, your higher self you're listening to, okay? Either way, learn how to pinpoint what's true and what's not within your own head, okay? And you won't be steered astray ever again. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? Thank you. Hey, Ayel, you have the strength of iron. You will score victory over your challenges. Congratulations. See the angels are kissing your forehead? That's the true. That's love. Don't you love it when somebody kisses your forehead? I was in a relationship with somebody. It's a long-distance relationship. He was in the UK, and he swore up and down once I got there. He'd get down on his knees. First, he would kiss my forehead, get down on his knees, and propose to me. I never did go. We never did get back together. So anyhow, meditation is important today. Anyhow will help you find a peace of mind. Meditation. Could be medication as well. So you need to meditate. You need peace of mind. You need to calm your nerves, calm whatever's going on around you. Not everybody has that isolation or that peace at home. Not everybody's gifted with that and blessed with that. You have kids. It gets chaotic. You have work to do. The TV's on. The music's playing in the other room. I don't know. There's always something, some fire to put out. But try to find 15 minutes a day. Just for you, even if it's in a bathtub, even if it's walking the dog, whatever. Get away from the noise for a little while. Amducias. It's okay to make mistakes sometimes. Friends can help you get back on track. We all make mistakes. The trick is just not to blame ourselves forever and ever for it. Readjust, fix, apologize, learn, and let it go. Okay? Aureus. Astrology brings important information. Study your natal chart and the astrological connections with those around you. So maybe you're going to get into astrology. I don't know. Or maybe you're dealing with an astrologer. Ha'agenti. Luxury and wealth can appear like magic but require an important change. What changes are you willing to make? So you're going to have to clean out your closet to bring in new. Because abundance is near. Okay? And the longer you take to do this, maybe it's holding it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So, Rihael, devote some time to your children, parents, or grandparents. Share the energy of familial love. Congratulations. That's the 3 of Swords in the regular deck. So somebody's heartbroken. And Furcus, your ability to see into the future is strong. You must not be afraid to look. Never be afraid. When you have God on your side, you shouldn't be fearful of anything or anyone. When you actually know Him. Not know of Him, but know Him. But I'm also picking up, this is also maybe giving you or somebody else in the equation the understanding of family bonds, of ancestry, because in this day and age, what I've noticed, and it's my opinion, people are selfish. They place their elderly parents or grandparents in homes and they forget about them. But there's a treasure trove of information and love that those people hold. Once they're gone, you can't get the answers you seek any longer. I remember telling a friend of mine, talk to them right now while they're still here. Ask them the questions that you know, burning questions that you know you're going to want to know once they're gone. Because I went through that with my mom and my dad. Once they're both gone, I can't ask them. They're gone. About, the past or something like that, or why something happened. And it's like a scratch you can't itch. Get to know these people. Okay? Same with the very young. Oh, it's just a baby. You know what I mean? I'd rather be out in the garage doing my own thing, or, if it's a father, if it's a mother, I got to go get my nails done, get the nanny to watch the babies. Listen, you only get those children for a short amount of time. These children that of ours, mine included, are on loan until they're adults. And then you can't get that back again. And then they're off doing their own life. And then they're off making their own families. You're not important anymore. You're not mom, you're not dad. You are, but it's not like they're not running back home into your arms. Mommy, daddy. When they were kids. They roll their eyes. They put off calling mom or dad, like the weekly calls. Like, shit, I have to call them. You know what I mean? You're inconvenience. That's what I'm saying. People don't appreciate love, family. We have to go back there. Honestly. That's our safety. That's our tribe. Not all families are good, though. I can hear you. I hear you. Okay? But you'll be able to build your own family if that's your situation. If you come from a family that abused you and they're not healthy, and I understand. I'm there too. You're going to build your own family. And you now know the importance of a good family. And it doesn't have to be blood, okay? It doesn't. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.